Hello everyone, my name is Dr. Promita Paul. I am a student of Midnapur Medical College, West Bengal of 2012 batch. Last year I had secured a rank of 34,370. This year I have secured a rank of 6,040. So I am here today to share my story with you. So during my final MBBS days, which was in 2017, my father passed away, and I, being the eldest of the three siblings, had to quit the thought of doing NEET PG and had to come back to my hometown in Kolkata. I had to take up the responsibility of the entire family and our business. And with these process, I've stopped dreaming about myself, my post graduation, and my life. I got married in 2022 and life was going very really well only. Then suddenly I was actually working as a medical officer in critical care in a private institute in Kolkata. So my life was going pretty well, and then suddenly one day I realized that I need to do something more to myself, and I have stopped dreaming, so I need to start dreaming again. My husband told me that yes, you should think about yourself now because it's high time when you think you should pursue your dream. So in 2023 I started studying, and I actually did BTR last year in 2023, because I thought for people like me who doesn't desire good rank and just want to get away with a satisfactory rank, my content cannot be that big so that I cannot even finish. Little did I know that for at least understanding BTR you need to understand the concepts before. Also you should have an edge of the concepts of every subject. You should know the basics, which I knew when I was in my UG days because I was quite a good student then. But this 5 years gap has made me forget almost all the concepts. So that was a big lack which I felt I had, that ended up with a rank of 34K. So this year I thought I won't do this mistake again, and I will start studying properly. Uh, Giving time to the concepts of every subject, uh, and every exams I'll give more GTs. This was my plan. Initially my plan was not that to take a drop, because I was thinking that I'll get a paraclinical branch and I'll be just out of this rat race. So I made up my mind, and I have spent till January studying nothing. Actually, I was doing my duty, earning quite a considerable amount of money, and thinking and doing the counseling properly. But during these stray rounds, when I was not getting anesthesia also, and I had an option of pathology, I had to take a good decision about myself. At that point of time I sat one day and I thought that what am I going to do. So this is specifically a message to all those people who have been messaging me, or I want to address it to all those people who are thinking about just taking any random branch just to get out of this rat race. Please reconsider it, guys. Anything can wait, but after your post graduation, your branch will stay with you forever. You can pursue your post graduation after 2 years, after get taking financial stability, after joining somewhere, doing good to your family, settling outside your home if your family is not supporting, and then you can sit and study. It is not like that that you have to do your post graduation just after MBBS. Take my example. I will do my post graduation after almost 5 to 6 years of academic gap. So yeah, I will definitely say that I've learned a lot of things these days, because I worked in critical care. It had given me an edge. I had many clinical experiences which will definitely help me in future. But if you people are thinking of any kind of financial stability which you don't have right now, then you go and you go and do job, get a financial stability, and then sit and prepare for your dream branch. Because once you complete your post graduation, there is no turning back, guys. There is no turning back. And I want to address to those people who are starting, who are afraid of starting because of age, because of family responsibilities, because of many other personal thoughts. 7 to 8 months, guys. 7 to 8 months away from everything. Just give to yourself, and you can crack this with proper strategies and proper guidance. In this entire lifespan of almost 60 years, you can give 8 to 9 months to yourself. You deserve this. Trust me, if I would have taken a seat, compromised my branch, my dream to a branch last year, I would not have been in this place this year. This was exactly after 1 year where I stand, and I wish everybody to give this impact, give this time to yourself so that you can be in your comfort place the next year. Coming to the strategies, when I found out that I will take another drop, I there was cerebellum's mission lab 2 classes being started from February onwards, which was a boon to me because exactly at that point of time I needed the exact guidance. I started doing the lab classes, completed all the subjects. After finishing that, then I took out my BTR notes and I read, and I have just revised the BTR once again. So my BTR was done, my all subjects checklist was done. I found out after completing the subject, then after doing the ENDs, I found out some subjects I was lacking in concepts, which included anatomy, PSM, and medicine as a whole. So I did anatomy from mission classes, I did PSM from mission classes, lab 1, a bit detailed ones, and medicine, I did medicine in a day. So after completing all those, that I just finished these. I think it took me February, March, and kind of end of mid of April, or I took the whole of April maybe, and then I had May, and then June was the exam scheduled then. So I thought of like doing another sort of revision in the month of May. So I started studying accordingly. I did almost 100 MCQs each day. Apart from the ENDs, I did custom modules of 100 MCQs each day with hashtag NEET, hashtag clinical. I was not so much oriented towards INI-CT. Again, I thought that it is not, I cannot crack INI-CT. I was very low in confidence because I thought like a repeater like me will not be able to get a good rank. And also I started in February. I had only one cycle of proper read. So when I gave May and ICT, I had a rank of 16,000. Definitely it was not a good rank for many people, but for me it was a good rank because I was sure that I'm going in the right path. That is what is important. So that my sources tick boxed, my study pattern is tick box, my strategy is fine. That gave me that confidence that I am going in the right direction. Then the exam got postponed, and I got another some more months. What I did was I focused more on medicine. My endo, neuro, and cardio were a bit weak even after doing medicine in a day. So I did lab 1, Dilip sir's lab 1 classes, and they were just gold standard classes. And the concepts got absolutely cleared, and I just finished medicine only these three because the like subtopics like nephro, recipe, I did not had problem in solving questions, so I just skipped those. After finishing off, then again started another cycle of revision. First all the lab, all the my cerebellum PDFs, and along with that BTR. One, two to three things which I really wanted to mention, like there are many people who were asking me about concising notes or something. I am not in so much favor of concising notes, guys. I think visual memory is very important. It is better to concise it in your brain by reading it number of times. I did 3 revisions. And during the last 15 days, I'm going to share my strategy in the last 15 days. So during the last 15 days, my goal was to finish everything, all what I have read so far. So all those PDFs, there was no concising, and there was no like highlighting, nothing. I wanted to read it from first point to last point. Everything of that PDF I needed to read in that last 15 days. I have divided the 15 days into 10 plus 3 plus 2. The 10 days I have revised all the 19 subjects, all those PDFs annotate which I have annotated, anything which I've added from the questions, anything which I've bookmarked from those questions, and my choti copy. I just like kept 1 hour for choti copy. I haven't like stressed so much about choti copy in those 10 days. I have just like given 1 hour to it so that I just can just go through it once. And I did all the subjects, revised all the subjects in 10 days. And then the next 3 days I did only BTR, all the subjects BTR in 3 days. It was I took it as 18 subjects, divided it into 6 per day, which included like one big subject, 2 intermediate subjects, and 3 short subjects. Like that I've divided it, and I did it in 3 days. And last 2 days were just the choti copies and some very important bookmarked ones, and those like which I wanted, I am forgetting, or my like I was doing wrong multiple times in the last 2 days. Another thing which I did quite diligently is giving the mocks. In last 10 days, I have given almost 5 mocks, 2 cerebellum mocks, mock 4, mock 5, DAMS mocks, then prep ladder mocks, and national marrow mock. So every day I used to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, give mock till 9 o'clock, then I used to have a breakfast, used to have a bath, and then do my puja, then I'll start my day of revision. Post lunch I used to review the mock, only the wrong ones. Post dinner I used to review the right ones, which I did like by guess. So by this I used to wrap up the entire mock in one day. This has to be like my strategy, and I think this part is the game changer in my case, because I got oriented towards MCQs, this MCQ solving strategies, which was actually very important in last year's paper. So here's guys my story, my strategy, and yeah, how I remain consistent. There was like the famous wordings by Praveen Tripathi sir. He said that take one day at a time, like give 10 to 12 hours each day. So there were many days when I had mental breakdown. I developed severe migraine during my preparation days, and many hair fall and all those mind problems, mind issues, everything, and mental depression, everything were a part of this journey. But what like kept me going is taking one day at a time. I had this thing in my mind that I will not give less than 8 hours, and I'll not give more than 12 hours. I didn't want to strain my energy in one day so that I get fatigued and tired for the next day. So my span was always between 8 to 12 hours, the minimum being 8 hours, the maximum being 12 hours. So every day, the same strategy, the same thing, every day, timer 8 to 12 hours. And this timer means it's a proper timer, guys. Like if you drink water, your timer should be stopped. If you go to washroom, your timer should be stopped. If you are like sitting with your eyes closed, your timer should be stopped. Those 8 to 12 hours is only when you are studying. This was my entire journey, my story, my strategy. I am not very good at making videos, guys, because I am a millennial and I have never done this thing. But this time many of you told me to share my strategy, and all thanks to Cerebellum for giving me this opportunity to share my story. Cerebellum has been through thick and thin every day, those live classes, those beautiful lectures. Special mention to Dilip sir's medicine, Raina ma'am's OBGY, Govind Rai Garg sir's Pharma, Vivek Jain sir's PSM, Praveen sir's Psychiatry, Shrikant sir's Anatomy. Like all my weak subjects me were the strong ones. And God of Nagpal sir's Ophthalmology. I was so weak in opthal, but he made it so interesting. And that those lab 2 classes, those PDF of around 500 pages, it had entire optha in one. Another important message I want to give to everyone, guys: no subject is of less importance. Please don't listen to those people who say that you have only 5 questions and like you don't have to do that subject so diligently. Every question matters, every subject matters. Make your weak subjects your strong ones. First focus on doing that in these upcoming initial 3 to 4 months. Like after, when only 6 months will be left, no subject should be there which you are weak at. There cannot be any weak subject in NEET PG, because it is a very competitive and difficult exam, guys. I have seen during my UG days how the paper was, and I'm seeing it now how the paper is. So many things have changed. It has become very difficult. So you have to make every subject your strong ones. Alright, guys, this is all what I wanted to say. These are my strategies and the way how I was consistent. All I wanted to say is that don't give up your hope, don't compromise for any branch. There's nothing which is called burnt out. There's nothing like you can't do. You, like last year I thought that this is the maximum which I can do, but obviously I did much better than last year, put in much more effort than last year. Same thing will happen with you guys also. Whenever you feel like burnt out and you don't feel like studying, take 1 or 2 days gap, visit somewhere, go to a temple or some of your relatives house, or just do a solo trip for 1 to 2 days, come back and again restart. And I wish all of you all the very best. If you need any kind of help, do tell me. I will be able to help you as much as I can, especially to those people who have passed their MBBS around 5 to 6 years back and want to like pursue their dream once again, like me. So I will be more than happy to help you people. And last but not the least, I want to tell it to all of you, always remember what Zainab ma'am says: this is not how your story should end. Focus on it every day, guys. There is a word book which was sent by Cerebellum to all of us, and it has all the beautiful quotes of all the faculties, and I used to wake up every day and used to read those word books. I can share it with you all one day. So all the very best, guys. Wish you all the best. Hope you shine just like which I did in the upcoming years. Bye bye. Take care.